Hi, this is Christine Fitzgerald, the high school maths tutor. Today's question is, find the inverse of fx equals 4 log x plus 1 and state the domain and range of that inverse function. To find the inverse of a function, we swap x and y. Now there's no mention of y here at all, so we need that. And we can get it by writing let y equal 4 log base e of x plus 1. So that's a nice little trick, using the word let to introduce the notation that you need to use. For inverse, we swap x and y. And yes, you do need to write that line in. So the y becomes x, everything else stays the same, and the x becomes y. Now we need to make y the subject, so I'll divide by 4. And then I'll write that log as an exponential function. The base is e, the power is x over 4, and the answer is y plus 1. And therefore, the inverse function is y equals e to the x over 4 minus 1. Over the page, I'll write it again with the correct notation. Because we introduced the y, that wasn't given in the question, so I really need to use this. And I'll do it over the page. Okay, so we have our inverse function, and now we need to find its domain and range. I'll draw a quick sketch of that graph so that we're confident we know the domain and range. Normally, an exponential function would have its asymptote along the x-axis and its y-intercept at 1, but this is going down 1. So at -1, we have the asymptote, and because the y-intercept was going to be at +1, but we've brought it down 1, it'll go through 0. And the 4 causes a dilation, which is not going to change the asymptote, nor is it going to change it passing through 0. It'll just affect the steepness of the graph. So we need the domain and range. The domain goes all the way to the left, all the way to the right, so it's all real values. And the range, couple of ways you can write this. The lowest is almost at -1, but it doesn't quite reach that value, so we don't include that. And the highest is +∞. You could also write that as y is greater than -1, but not including the -1. Either one of those is fine. If you have any questions, please post a comment below, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.